This is East Coast Park. It's a popular kind of park on the east side of Singapore. There's this huge bike lane here, probably the longest stretch of uninterrupted bike lane in Singapore. And then there's also the coast itself. You can see some people relaxing here by the beach. Picnics are pretty popular. There's a few spots along the beach to sit down, have a picnic. There's a few fire pits here and there too, to do barbecue. I'll take you down here to this side, closer to the beach. So here's the side closer to the beach. You can see pretty much the beach is here. There's the ships parked in the harbor of Singapore. And then on a normal weekend, it's more busy. This is Christmas weekend, but you can see it's pretty empty right now. There's a few people here and there having picnics. It's popular to bring like a tent here. And then sometimes people fish. So you could see there's like a pier here. There's a few throughout this entire coastline. And then you can fish here. I think I've seen people do crabbing. Towards that way is actually Indonesia, so we're facing south. To the left of us is Changi Airport down the coast. You can see the big planes coming in for landing. And then to the right is the Singapore downtown area. And then also Malaysia if you go far enough that way. This way is north, so it's facing the rest of Singapore. Malaysia is north as well. Just across this bike path here is a kids playground. There's a probably 5-story tower here with a slide. And then there's a popular chain called Old Town White Coffee, which is a Malaysian-based brand. See here the path, across the path are some condos. The East Coast Park area is a really desirable place for a lot of people to live because of this park here. It promotes a pretty active outdoorsy lifestyle. And Singapore has invested a lot into creating these paths here. This is a pretty large bike lane. They extended it pretty much to go around Changi Airport. So if you go to Changi, you can actually cycle all the way here, all the way back to the central business district. This is the Old Town White Coffee place. It's one of the many stops along the way. So there are around 4 or 5 places to get food in East Coast Park. And then there's also some bike rental places. You can see here, even if you don't have a bike, you can actually rent out a kind of like ride share or a bike sharing program. There's 2 popular ones in Singapore right now. Older one is Anywheel, and then the other one is Hello Ride, which is a newer one. I like the Hello Ride. Looking at the conditions, the bikes are newer, so if you're here around this time, it's pretty nice to get one of these bikes. There's even a kid seat in the back. So here we are at the wake park of the East Coast Park. So you can see here, there's basically this system of cables that allow you to do wakeboarding here. There's an obstacle course that you can try out as well. So you can see this guy currently trying out the cable system. You can also go off some of the ramps as well if you're more advanced. I've never tried it, but it looks pretty fun, especially if you're into water sports. Oh, we should try this sometime. Doesn't look too bad, especially if you just go back and forth like this. feel like this is the more gentle one. You could just go back and forth. What happens if you fall in the middle? I guess you have to take it off. There's also a place to eat here and watch the wake park if you don't necessarily feel like trying the wake park here. And then the view is, of course, of the East Coast Park. This is one of the stops at East Coast Park. You can see a coffee bean here. There's quite a few eateries further down here. There's also a park for kids, and then the coastline and the trail. This place is a pretty popular stop. It's roughly halfway through East Coast Park. We're coming back now from the wake park we were at yesterday and coming towards the Old Chang, is it the Old White Coffee place? It's a weekend currently, so it's a little bit more popular here, although I'd say since it's near Christmas, it doesn't seem as busy overall in the park as I'm used to, which is a nice change. Here's more of the inside. This place, East Coast Commune, is a popular, kind of more high-end place. I often go to this biryani shop. It's a Indian food. After that, we went to another part of East Coast Park, maybe 5 minutes down. There are some more shops and a Starbucks here. You can see here this area is for, it's got a few bars, restaurants here. You can park your bike. We're in a Starbucks right now. There's also a Turkish place, a French bakery, and then a pet shop right on the left side as well. And then some kind of sports store here. To the right side is actually the coast. We decided to stop here because it was raining. Here's the first drink we got from Starbucks, which is a type of lemonade. So this was the something honey oolong venti, 710.
Honey ruby grapefruit oolong.
Honey ruby grapefruit oolong. So we're still here at this plaza after the rain. You can see there's the bakery, yoga studio, and I walk this way. There's also a random, I think, sports shop. Seems like it's for rollerblading, some scooters. Here's the random sports shop. Seems like it's for kids to learn, or anybody to learn how to skate. There's also a field here and the East Coast Park. This is a yoga studio. It's pretty large as far as yoga studios go. I think it'd get pretty hot here just because it's directly in the sun. And then at the end here, actually this isn't quite the end, but there's a bakery place. And then there's also a pet shop here. I guess this place must be pretty popular for pet owners to walk their dog. Looks like there's also some kind of spa here for pets. and then a place for pets to learn how to swim. Whoa. Wow, that's pretty cool. And then finally there seems to be some kind of dessert place and then a Turkish place. So this was the end of our day at East Coast Park. Hope it gives an idea of what's available here and why it's such a popular place for Singapore residents to enjoy on the weekends.